Welcome, welcome. We are live. It is Thursday and 1 p.m. It is the 30 with Karen and Justin. Time to get real deep with someone pretty awesome. Today we're chatting with Macey, who's a special education professional, devoted sister, and a Boston
Macey.
Marathon runner. She's raising funds for Special Olympics Massachusetts, supporting athletes and with intellectual disabilities. Her story is personal, inspiring, and all about family passion and making a difference. Welcome, Macey. I'm so glad you're here. We love these types of stories. We love them a lot.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And I've also got a really quick little side note that to talk about myself for 5 seconds. Way back in the day, I actually carried the torch for the Special Olympics through downtown Burlington.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
That's
I
really
got to carry that torch and down Brant Street, which is really neat. So, welcome. Cool little side note there, but it's kind of connected to what we're about to talk about. So, Macey, let's talk about you. Let's talk about what inspired you. First of all, let's talk about the marathon because that's pretty cool. Because not a lot of people get to. I mean, I know there seems to be a lot of people in the marathon, but isn't it a lottery to be able to get into that? Or
Yeah, like Boston's one of the hardest world major marathons to get
right?
into.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You either have to time qualify, and this year, everyone wants to run Boston because
right.
you get a giant medal if you run all six world majors, huge medal. Everyone wants to get into it, so they've actually tightened the lottery system even more. So
Got
you have
it.
to run a qualifying time. And
Right.
then this year they're like, you need to run the qualifying time, but you have to run it like 15 minutes faster than the qualifying time if you want to get in because so many
Whoa.
people are hitting it.
Wow.
Or you can do charity, which is what I chose to do because I'm not running a 2.5 hour marathon. I would love to, but that's not happening this time.
So if you hit the qualifying time, then you're in the lottery, or if you hit the qualifying time, you get in automatically.
No, you get
No,
exactly the first thing you
Okay,
said.
okay. So you qualify, and then you're in the lottery, and then you might get in.
you
Yeah.
might get,
So
yeah,
in your case, you're doing the charity, and you might get in.
yes. And the charity program is actually super hard and it's a lot of like waiting around because you have to apply. Then they have to do like a little like background check on you and make sure like you actually care about the cause. Then you have to do another interview stating why.
Wow,
Oh, it's very intense. Like
wow,
it's intense.
that's crazy. So how long have you been training for this marathon in general? Have you done other marathons up to this point?
So I did the Toronto Marathon about 4 years ago, and
Mhm.
that was more of a I'm gonna do it just to see if I can do it. And then I did the Boston Marathon in 2024, and I tore my meniscus 5 miles in.
Oh no, did you finish or no?
I finished because I didn't want to have.
Wow,
I didn't.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So this has been like a 3 year coming race.
Right. That's
Mhm.
amazing. So, okay, let's go back to the beginning then. What is it in your head that's like, now I want to do this?
I just feel like I didn't really get the full experience. Like I had to walk a lot, and like you can see in the photos, my knees getting.
No, full circle back to the idea of running marathons in general, because just running 5K for a lot of people is difficult, but to run 26 miles or whatever, it's nuts. Like that seems like it's a long time to run for 2 or 3 hours straight or whatever it ends up being for your time is a lot. So tell me about what the process was in going, I just want to do this. What is it about this that drew you to this particular event?
A lot of my like teammates that I run with have ran Boston, and I like knowing that like it's very hard to get into. I
Mm,
like the bragging rights that come with it.
cool. Yeah.
But I've always ran. I used to run competitive when I was younger.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there it is. So you got a competitive streak in you. You're like, I'm going to do this and no one's going to stop me.
See, my brother is a very good athlete, crazy fast, but he's never done a marathon.
Okay.
Therefore, I can be the one that did the marathon.
I see what it is. This is a sibling rivalry, is what this is.
Exactly.
I
And
get you there.
it's a challenge to her and a sibling rivalry.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So it's
I remember a few years back, I started doing what they call adventure racing, and I did
Oh
a
yeah.
bunch of them over the course of a few years. And we did some charity work just separately on our own. None of the races we did included any really kind of charity, but we decided to do that on our own. We hosted some breakfasts and all that. But the precipitating event that caused me to go, I should do this was I remember walking up the stairs one day and getting to the top of the stairs and being out of breath and suddenly like going, I gotta get in shape. And then Googling the first thought in my head, because they were all the rage, and they still kind of are these mud races, right? These
Yeah, yeah.
whatever they're called, the Titan races or whatever. I don't know what they're called, Spartan or something like that.
Yes.
And so I Googled that stuff, and at the very bottom was the adventure racing link at the very bottom of the first Google page for this particular adventure race in Ontario here. And that's what set me off on that journey. So I can imagine, like, and then it was like you love, like, you get so addicted to it. I find it. Don't
Yeah.
you find
Yeah.
that? You
Yeah.
know. So that's interesting. So what's it gonna feel like for you to cross that finish line
I'm super
properly?
excited, like so excited. And my younger sister, who's a huge motivation, she has autism.
Yeah.
She's actually flying out to be there.
No.
Yeah, my stepmom and her are gonna come, so it's a pretty big deal that they're gonna be there. So
Very
I'm
cool.
so excited.
That's amazing. So why, so talk to me about why you chose to run for the Special Olympics Massachusetts.
Yeah, so like I said, my younger sister Abby, she's on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
She very hardworking, very determined. If you tell her no, it, she's gonna do it anyway. So
I love
her
that.
hard-headed personality definitely makes me want to do it. I also work in special education. I'm on a leave right now, actually, for some medical stuff, which makes me want to do the marathon even more, just to prove diagnoses don't define what
Right.
you can do. And I also used to coach Special Olympics, so my whole
Oh,
life has
that's
always
cool.
been around
Did you
Special
coach the
Olympics.
running events, or what events were you coaching?
Yeah, I did track and field, and I used to coach the school swim teams. They're para swimmers. Not sure how. I can't swim. Um, don't know how I got signed up for that, but it was great.
Well, what blows my mind is a lot of those athletes have to almost be better and stronger at whatever event they're doing than an able-bodied athlete,
Yeah,
because they have that disability that makes it that much harder for them to compete. It's
exactly.
insane. It blows my mind to see that kind of stuff. I love it. I
Yeah.
love sport in general, just for the storyline of the underdog, and for the, you know what I mean? And so that all
Hmm.
kind of plays into it a little bit. And I love the idea. Um, and so obviously there must have been a connection between working in special education and the choosing of that particular charity as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure, for sure. Yeah. Do you have a moment that you could share, or a story that really kind of shows why this cause matters to you? I mean, obviously your family, that's one, but
Yeah, honestly, like I think being in special education, you see how more like able bodies view those that have disabilities.
right.
Sometimes like they fully embrace it, but then you see kids walking down the hall and like you can have a student just stimming or talking to themselves and they're like, "Oh, oh," and it's like there's nothing wrong with them. They're just doing what they need to regulate. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Special
yeah.
Olympics really teaches you to come together, and disabilities aren't scary. They're not, doesn't make you a bad person. You're born that way. And I know everyone says that, but really you're just born that way.
Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I love it. That's no, but that's your anthem, right? Like, I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's funny because Karen and I shared with Karen a TikToker last night that deals a lot with anxiety and self-image issues and things like that. And as much as it's actually inspiring to see people that have disabilities that in a lot of ways are more confident and more put
Yeah.
together than us people that are able-bodied, that are sitting there going, I'm not good enough. And I have these, and I get
With
why
no
you have those issues. And
disabilities. Yeah, that
yeah,
they
but it's
fully
fine. It's very
functional.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's very interesting.
Um, how has Abby shaped who you are today?
Abby is definitely one of my best friends. She spends a lot of time here at my apartment, which
Is she
is,
older or younger than you?
she's younger. So I'm
Younger. Cool.
27, just turned 23 in December.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so she's awesome. She's very strong-willed, like I said. She's also a member of Special Olympics, so I'm always there at all her soccer games. She loves it. But she has had a lot of hardships. Like finding a
Mhm.
job's really hard because not every place understands that she does have a lot of really good strengths. Maybe she can't do the exact description, but like she's so adaptable, very
Right.
flexible. Like she's very inspiring just to know what she goes through. Like even with like her education, people can be so mean, and she just
Mhm.
still is just like, okay, yeah.
There's actually a wonderful comedian. I forget his name, the big guy. and he talks about his cousin Danny that has autism or something like that. And he actually says like he's the happiest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
Literally, like it's actually inspiring to see how wonderful and happy their lives can be because in a lot of ways they're kind of drowning out the noise of that stuff in a different way than we are. We take it so personally when someone says something so negative to us, and
Mhm.
somehow, people like Abby can just filter out that noise and just keep moving forward without it. And it's just so like that's incredible to me.
So,
What about your students? How what lessons have you learned from your
I have a
students that have
question. I have a
Oh, go
question.
for it, Karen.
I see. So can you share with our viewers, Abby's disability?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Abby is on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
She's currently going through to get some other diagnoses just to better help in terms of medication and like therapies, but definitely on the autism spectrum.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I
No,
find
that's good.
what's interesting about that is probably when she was born, autism was sort of not as recognized as it is
Yeah,
today. And she's probably getting more clear diagnoses today at 20 something than she would have done when she was born or very young.
definitely. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more, I don't want to say treatment, but there's a lot more education around it now. Like,
I was just
Awareness,
going to say, yeah, yeah,
awareness, education,
yeah,
and studies that are being done and why, who, how can you, how can you assist and that sort of thing. And so it's moving forward,
yeah,
um, to
but
understand.
as a teacher, your job must have shifted and changed to be more understanding of those things and have more tools in your belt for that sort of thing. Yeah.
yeah. Like, we're definitely learning now, like, autism is a spectrum. Like, none of my students are the same as
Mm.
another one. Like their needs, their strengths vary. But they are the loveliest kids. Like I adore them. I'm so sad I'm not at work right now because they would be eating this up. But
Yeah.
they're a great crew.
And
Mm.
I imagine Abby has been a great inspiration, of course, but is there any other particular person who's been a supporter during the training that you've been doing?
Yeah, my best friend, she's very kind. I actually had my license suspended because I just got recently diagnosed with seizure disorder.
Mhm.
And she has been kind enough to be getting up every morning to drive me to Milton to train at the velodrome.
Oh my
Oh,
And
that's
then
goodness.
sit
cool.
there for hours and watch me run in circles.
Oh, that's so funny.
So
Yeah.
you're cycling.
No, I'm actually running the track there.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a track there. Yeah.
That track is amazing, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
I know.
Yeah, it really is high level stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So training can be time consuming.
very.
How do you
It's
balance all of that? Family, work, and training all together?
it's honestly it's a lot. I try to have a schedule. My coach gives me like 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And it's more of I was like, I can't do anything social until I go and get the training done because if I fall behind, like it just stresses me out. So I have to do the run first and then whatever.
And then whatever else comes after that. That's
Exactly.
whatever else is the reward for getting the run
Yeah.
done.
My days are planned on the distance that I have to run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is there a way to donate to what you're putting together? I know there's links and stuff, or how do we do this?
Yeah, so I have a link. It's called Give and Gain. Essentially, all the money regardless goes completely to the charity.
Mhm.
But with Give and Gain, when you make a donation, you get a charitable tax receipt. It's everywhere on my Facebook, but also if you go to my Instagram, which is Running with Macey, the link is right in the bio to it.
Very good. Um, Looking back at everything you've done so far, what advice would you give your younger self about taking on a challenge like this one?
Honestly, I'd probably just say do it. A lot of people are gonna say don't. Say it's silly, it's not
Mm,
worth it. Why would you want to do it? It's gonna destroy your knees.
mm,
So much money. But it's just nice to know, like, A, my body's capable of doing it. There's a lot of times where I don't want to do it, if I'm being honest, but it makes you mentally stronger. And the fact that it's for charity, like, it's not just for me, it's helping others too, which I
mm.
really like.
Mhm.
I remember a moment when I was doing one of the races we did, and it was a 24-hour race, and we were coming to the end, and it was a cycle to the finish. But it was this, and it was like we're in the country in the middle of nowhere in Northern Ontario. And I remember being on the bike and having a pretty bad sort of a I don't know what you want to call it, like a sugar crash. Like my body just completely started shutting down and I started to like hallucinate a little bit
Oh
and
wow.
it was crazy. And I just remember someone tapping me on the shoulder and not someone, it was my teammate because you race in teams of four. He handed me a coffee crisp, literally like here, like, cause you know, when you're in these types of events, people talk about eating healthy and all these things leading up to it and all the stuff to get into the right framework. But during the events, you genuinely need just quick,
Yes.
fast energy. You don't, it doesn't matter what you have because your body's going to blow through it. And you just need that energy real quick, especially these long endurance runs and events like that, right? And so like our bags and boxes were filled with Coke and Pepsi and you
Yeah.
know stuff that you don't eat leading up to it.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I just get handed this coffee crisp and I ate it and I went from like talking gobbledygook to oh my gosh, like what the heck was that? I barely remember the moment. And then we had to finish and I'm
Yeah.
still sort of recovering from this moment. And I just remember this like mantra going through my head because I was pedaling and I just kept the mantra going with my pedal strokes. And it was for my kids, for my kids, for my kids the whole way just to get finished because otherwise I don't think I would have ever finished this race.
Yeah.
And what I love about what you're telling me is the correlation between like you've got something so huge to race for here, to run for here. It's not about running to for the time or whatever. It's literally about running for the people that you've put yourself up in front of to say, I'm going to do this for you guys. And I can only imagine how excited Abby's going to be when you cross that finish line.
Oh, she's
And
thrilled.
I'm assuming she's going to be there somewhere, you know, with a big
Oh
hug and
yeah.
high five.
She made a poster
So
about 6 months ago.
what's that?
She made a poster about 6 months
Oh,
ago.
so she's got the poster
Oh,
ready.
she's done. She's bags like she's ready to go.
I love it. So I guess what we're saying here is, you know, let's support Macey and her journey. We've got links below that Andrea is going to put in there. Have you? I'm assuming you've sent them to Andrea, and if you haven't, we can maybe get them from you. We'll
Sure.
put them in the chat, and we'll get them in there. We want to donate what we can to get this thing, get something happening for you.
Thanks so
Now
much.
you're guaranteed a spot now, that's what I'm hearing, right? You're not in the lottery anymore.
So I'm guaranteed a spot, but I have a fundraising minimum I have to reach,
Ah,
or they
Ooh.
will pull it from you.
got it.
So
Got
how
it.
much is that, Macy?
15,000 American.
Oh, holy cow.
Mhm.
Okay, so folks, we got to get on this for Macey because I want to see this thing happen. So, I mean, we get, let's say, two to
Send
three.
your American dollars in.
That's right. Yeah, we got to send. So, listen, we get 2,000 to 3,000 views every time we do these episodes,
Oh
roughly.
wow, that's amazing.
So, you know, if everybody donated a few dollars to the link below, we could have Macey be in this event, no problem. So let's try to all come together and do something special for Macey and for Abby and all of Macey's students, quite frankly, who I'm sure will be watching with great intent to see you finish this thing.
Yes.
And I'm super excited. So what I think we might actually have to do is have you on after the fact too, because
That'd
I
be
want to
cool.
get you there and then have your response to see how it went. But yeah, no, this is an incredible achievement, and if let's do what we can, eh, Karen?
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
That's
you're
great.
welcome, Macy.
Yeah,
And good
yeah.
luck and good luck.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Yeah. So that's it. So it's been pushing up just over 20 minutes. We're right in the zone of 20 to 30, which is what we like to be. Macey is going to, when is the event, by the way? Remind me.
It is April 20th.
April
Wow.
20th. So we got to, so what is there a cutoff date?
So I have to have all donations in by April 17th, which is the
Okay.
Friday.
So we got a couple months. We got a month and a half or so, maybe more. Awesome. So let's get it done. Let's help Macey. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.